Hello and welcome back, guys. We've returned for Game 3 of the BTS Summer Cup Grand Finals between Wind and Rain and New Guys. And New Guys, they are one victory away from going directly to Summit 9. That's right. Right after the game, we're going to have someone come around to the house in a white van, kidnap them, throw them in boxes, and then I don't think we're a business class. It's probably going to be eco plane ride them across the Atlantic to the BTS studio.
They're gonna be in one of those Wizz Air budget airlines, Ryanair.
No seats, no drinks. I mean, they're in boxes anyway. That's not like they're gonna get to see these things.
Yeah, Summit is gonna be like, they're Polish. They won't mind. Put them in a budget airline. No seats at all. Just they have to lie on the ground. You know.
Sounds like someone's had bad experiences with Polish airlines.
I'm raising my hand right now. You probably can't see it, but yeah, that's me. I'm not really. It's not even only about the Polish. It's about all these Slavic airlines. There's a lot of budget ones. Even the non-budget ones are like your Western budget ones. You know. So yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, enough of these airlines.
Enough of slandering airlines and having lawsuits come flying towards us in BTS. Let's focus on the draft.
Banned.
Yes, it got banned. They've had enough of this. About time.
Crystal Maiden, though, it's not banned.
Who's going to get it, though? Wind and Rain? They got first pick. Did they grab it?
I mean, they lost twice with her. Do they stick with it?
Commitment, right? Like, that's what we've been seeing through this series so far. The first picks weren't the problem. We'll pick them again.
Honestly, New Guys, they just play such a... I mean, at this point, I'm allowed to say that their Crystal... amazing. And they instead go for the Witch Doctor. All right.
Should mean New Guys get CM here.
Well, they don't get the first pick on the Crystal Maiden. New Guys. Morphling.
Okay, they go for the Morphling instead. So no CM, or there it is. CM. They were trying to bait us in. We knew it was going to appear.
Oh man, Nisha, Morphling, Wind and Rain. Though they do have Morphling players, and they should know what works really well against him. They should be able to draft against that. But Morphling and Crystal Maiden, this combo, I like it. I really like the boldness of them. Like, is it gonna backfire or not? We're about to see. But first picking your Nisha hero is amazing. Yeah. This Crystal Maiden, though, if they win with it after Wind and Rain lost twice in a row to it, that's the ultimate BM, actually. Like when you win with a strategy that the enemy team lost like twice, that's just like there's no comeback from that. You disband. Just go disband. That's it. No, I'm kidding. But Crystal Maiden is really strong. And you guys, I mean, Forev and Milan, they both played it really well. But first game there was this Broodmother, and the second game, I don't really agree with the item choices of Crystal Maiden, but overall, she had a lot of impact. It's just that New Guys played a bit better. Oh, and we see a Titan. All right. Are we gonna see a Magnus from Wind and Rain? Usually that's what they combo with this. So Elder Titan, Magnus, dual offlane. Oh, and also I actually Elder Titan, man, versus Morphling. That hero is so good. Like we talked about this the last time we saw this matchup. Elder Titan is one of those heroes that at any part of the game provides you with an ability to completely shut down Morphling. Because Morphling, he's all about those attributes and about base resistance and base armor, and Elder Titan with his natural order, he completely negates that. So a really nice pick from them. Elder Titan, I like it a lot. And instantly New Guys ban out Void. Elder Titan plus Void Morphling is done. You just cast that spirit in the Chronosphere. If the Chronosphere caught Morphling, and you can just kill him with 2-3 items at any point in the game. So far, Wind and Rain already responding to this Morphling, and I'm kind of thinking maybe they could have waited for the second phase.
I was about to say, maybe the Peru sneaks in, but there's the ban. Second phase, they're not even going to risk it this time.
You never know. A long time has passed, actually, after that second game that lasted for 80 minutes.
Wait, that was one game?
That was only one game.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that Brood game as well, but
yeah, that kind of evened up a little bit. That was a little bit quick, but
yeah, that Brood game, 20-minute game, like irrelevant. But this second one, man, we had We had some good dotes there. Third game, though. Are we gonna see a quick sweep from the new guys, or are Wind and Rain gonna take us and hold on to this best of 5 series throughout the night?
I mean, it depends. How badly do they want you to go and do your workouts? That's the question.
This is the thing. There's this one gym. It works the whole night, but it's kind of creepy. And I'm already late for my normal gym. Almost late. It's gonna close down soon. So never mind. Just play. Go full best of 5 as much as I care. My pecs are gonna suffer. Feels bad, man. Anyway, what do new guys pick here? Probably some position 5. The Witch Doctor is usually what they went for. They could get something else instead. Warlock, is it banned? It's banned. So there's no sustain in the pool any longer. Usually, if there's a Warlock, you pick that. But
okay, they prove you wrong. There's a less picked sustain, which is the Dazzle. I was thinking maybe Wyvern as well, but it's always a double-ended sword because you're going to hold your person in place with the Cold Embrace anyway.
Yeah, and it kind of allows Elder Titan to set up. But overall, Dazzle, yeah, interesting. We don't see him way too often, actually. I'm surprised to see this hero. He hasn't been changed recently. Yeah, he did. Like, the Poison Touch got rescaled a bit, but his Shadow Wave and Shallow Grave have been the same for quite a while now. So, the hero that we don't see a lot, and we have a Nature's Prophet. All right. New guys, how do you respond to this? They have... Actually, Exotic Deer, I think, plays a mean Nature's Prophet as well. So, they kind of have it in their blood. They should know how to respond properly.
They should have an... Well, I mean, Nature's Prophet for a long time was first ban material anyway. It's always been that hero that bounces back and forth between the two. Yeah, it's good against new guys, though, because they're all ranged, and Morphling wants to be full agi, but with the trees hitting on him, he can't.
Usually, how you deal with Nature's Prophet is that you get you get either a hero with high armor, or you get someone like a Weaver maybe, but yeah, Weaver isn't that great either. The Void is banned, which is kind of decent. There's Terrorblade, there's Sven. All right.
Sven, you called it just in time.
I called it before it was picked. Excuse me. I called it just in time. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Terrorblade and Sven were, like, a few patches ago, they were the go-to heroes that you need to ban if you want Prophet, or that you pick if it's not banned and Prophet is picked versus you, obviously. So Sven is picked. But, man, this hero is definitely not in the meta. But I like it because it gives some extra armor versus Elder Titan. So you have that Battle Cry. It can help versus Elder Titan as well. War Cry, Battle Cry, whatever it's called. So you have that. And you can deal versus Nature's Prophet fairly well. But it's greedy, man. Like, we just haven't seen this hero a lot. And
he kind of fell off. I felt like partially it was due to the introduction of Aeon Discs. Yes, you can get nullifiers, but it kind of put you an item over behind on being ready to just take fights and kill heroes, right? Because Sven's always been that hero. You jump in, you've got your big fat Daedalus, you've used your ultimate, you stun someone, 2 hits, they're gone. Aeon Disc just laughs in your face and says, no. See, 60%, no less.
I wonder how they're going to play this on you guys, though. Are they going to go few patches back? I mean, this is most likely Morphling mid, right? If Sven is picked, they can roll Morphling Sven mid, perhaps very unlikely, or they can completely switch it up, get a mid hero, and then do dual lanes like Sven +1 versus the Furion, and then Dazzle plus Morphling maybe. But it's so hard, and then you have the TA that you have to deal with, and none of these heroes actually deals very well on mid with her. So if I was in the rain, perhaps I would actually do just that. Get something that's kind of decent versus TA, and then figure out the way you lane. Somehow get this Sven versus the Nature's Prophet. It's not easy thing for them to do, though. And I'm not certain if Patus plays that Sven.
A little bit of a horror story as well. Because the Natures can easily gank mid, right? So it's like Templar Assassin will be enabled this game.
I mean, Morphling not really susceptible to dying if he goes mid. But the thing is, Templar is going to last it anyway. Like, she's going to win that lane, and you don't want him to lose a 1v1 lane. And TA can even kill him if she gets a couple of lucky Psyblades. Probably not going to happen, but there's danger there. While there's no danger for the TA. Absolutely none. Maybe Crystal Maiden rotations, but unlikely if she's forced to stay on that lane, on some of those lanes and pressure them. And this Sven pick, just put them in such a gridlock. Like they're cornered. This Nature's Prophet just forced out the Sven pick, and because of that, this TA is a fourth pick, not even the last pick. And I already see her having a good time. And if she doesn't have a good time, if they pick something that pressures that TA, then their side lanes are iffy. You're gonna have most likely like a Maiden Sven and Dazzle Morphling, but I don't know. I don't like either of those lanes. So far, Wind and Rain, like I like their drafts right now. I like it a bit better. And the Underlord ban.
I mean, it's almost like new guys were a little bit reliant on that PL pick.
Almost like it's almost like they played that PL for the last 6 games that I have watched them play. Almost.
That's just a few. You know, we're still in single digits.
Games, yeah. Yeah, they had the lone druid at one point too. And they get the draw. Oh man, this this hurts. Feels bad.
I mean, it's cocky, but they've got the lineup to exploit it. They can get away with this pick.
Exactly. If only Brood was not banned, then maybe new guys would have a favorable lineup. But I just wonder what are they gonna pull off here? Like, because right now, if I'm the drafter, I'd be telling myself, like it's hard. It's looking hard. Brainstorm, boys.
What do we pick? What fills the gaps? Because there's many that need to be plugged right now.
Yeah, because most likely what they're gonna do is get an offlaner, right? You need something that can dominate versus Drow, but at the same time, it's Drow Witch Doctor. It's not super hard. Plus the Crystal Maiden, maybe something with the slow. Maybe something with armor as well would be good. If you even decide to go like that, you can still decide to dominate TA, and they get first. Well, all right.
Not bad. That gives you a jump onto the Ritsu Drow Ranger, but you still don't really have a solution for Brow. The TA is going to have a fun lane, to say the least.
Yeah, Brow is going to have a fun lane, especially now as he has that aura from Ritsu. And the last time Patos played the Centaur, he didn't really do way too well, but with that Aghanims, they did well later on. However, in this game, if he doesn't do way too well on that lane, they can just crumble because their mid lane isn't favorable either for them. Their mid lane isn't great. So because of that, if they fail the top lane as well, and the bottom is definitely going to be pressured. Even this, it's for Nature's Prophet. It's position 3 nature, but at the same time, like he hits hard because of Drow. So this Drow kind of enables her whole team, and she doesn't even have to win that lane. If it so happens that they don't even win that safe lane on the side of if it happens that they win the safe lane with Drow as well, it's going to be a disaster for new guys. So they really have to. I think this is the hardest draft for them so far. All on the back of this Nature's Prophet pick.
Drow strats have slowly been sneaking back into the meta somewhat. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Maybe we'll have that awkward realization that every game in the series played with CM will be a loss. Let's see if new guys can prove that wrong, though.
Yeah, talking so much about that CM, and then she rolls into the grand finals even though she just did so well in the semifinals. Let's see, though. Like, I'm not going to rule out new guys just yet. This Centaur can provide them with an ability to close distance, and Nisha's Morphling is something you always have to be worried about. Like, this guy is so good on that hero. Bottom lane, Katsur, Ritsu, just poking him a bit.
They got there slightly sooner, they would have been able to find him.
On top lane 4 already zoning these two out. We don't see a lot of Furion either, but the hero is definitely strong, and I believe he's in a better spot than this Sven. I just wonder though, if people focus themselves on stacking a bit more, like getting that Sven in a better position and focusing their game around those stacks, maybe Sven would even come back again, even versus those Aeon discs. This hero can snowball though. It's possible. That's
kind of the interesting part about this lane as well, is because Milim will want to stack up to get the extra damage with the Astral, but you could just be helping recovery for Exotic Deer if he starts to fall behind.
Yeah, if he finds those stacks, definitely. Especially if you stack his own jungle, which sometimes happens. Like, Elder Titans tend to do that, just to get more damage on the Astral Spirit. So, on top lane, looks dangerous for new guys. Bottom lane looks dangerous for Wind and Rain, but they do have sustain from Kitrak. Same thing on top with that Dazzle. And on mid, I don't know. We'll see. Like, we'll see how Nisha is gonna affair against Bryle. And Bryle already hitting him with those side blades. The fortification on the creeps.
It's pure damage as well, so it does do a lot of work to Nisha. He's gone full agi just to be able to contest the last hits, which is understandable here.
Yeah. But the thing was, like, he went full agi, and then Bryle fortified his creeps so that he could land side blades more often on the morph. It was great. And at the same time, he wasn't pushing. So harass with side blades without pushing seems good, man. Balance.
It's more than that as well, because if you go for the denies, you don't use the refraction charges, so you can keep harassing. Like, it's insane what you can do in this lane. And it's just... Nisha just needs to try and focus on his farm. There's not really going to be much kill potential for him in this type of lane.
Yeah, most likely not. Unless this Crystal Maiden perhaps rotates at some point, but even then it's hard. It's a hard kill. Top lane, Dazzle, Exotic Deer. They're keeping up. This Shadow Wave definitely helps. Usually I like to see Poison Touch on the current state of the game, because you can trade a bit more. And it's been rescaled a little bit. Like, you deal more damage on level 1, and he got it now. So, with this Poison Touch, they might even go for Milan here. Has to be a bit careful. He's super tanky, and the Fairy Fire.
A little bit too tanky. In the mid lane, Nisha almost made a fatal error there, as Brawl was finding side blades when he had no HP. And while we're talking about it, actually, no, they do get the kill on the Milan. He really... Did he walk back in?
He walked back in. That's what's up.
That's overly brave. This is a Sven. You have to respect the Stormham.
Mid?
Going in. Bryle. Nisha might get him. He gets it. Cancel comes across with a Crystal Nova.
Instantly TA pings him out. It's like, in with Rune, Baby Rage. How did he get that?
Apparently, he walked to the river at the 2-minute mark.
Apparently, at the 2-minute mark. Yeah, you can find runes.
There are these magical things called runes that give you certain abilities.
But still, Nisha, man, blocks him out there. Oh, Nisha getting lower.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I was looking mid at the time, because he keeps doing this.
Yeah, but... Oh, Nisha again.
Refraction to protect him. The Crystal Nova coming with Catzel won't matter. In fact, Kitrak was nearby anyway. Might just throw out a cast just to get some harassment out here.
Yeah, just cancelling his clarity and zoning out the CM. But overall, man, there.
What?
There, Nisha, nice. Yeah,
okay, these are kills that should not be happening. These are mistakes.
We talked about this in the drafting phase, that it's possible for the TA to get him with the Psyblades, because Morphling wants to go edgy so that he can last it even versus the refraction, and he's basically playing around fire. He gets punished. Bottom lane Patos.
Yeah, the cast bounces back onto him. He actually might fall here. With the slows from the Frost Arrows, one more hit will do it and they'll get him.
Yeah, so they kind of come back into this laning stage. They had a rough spot for a minute there on the mid and on the bottom, but then they get the kills out and they're back. Pretty good for them. Overall, though, Morphling is doing quite fine on mid.
I just keep checking in on there. Like, he's doing well on CS, but
top
it's just adorable to watch each time. Milan, diving on him. The Stomp's going to come out. He is going to be caught. No, it's going to be close, but he will live. An Exotic Deer in return needs to run away here. Getting pretty low for Rev. Using this route, because the trees will look to move away. He has got the salve as well, so he'll just heal up. And actually, for Rev, TPing in here.
Yeah, but he
might turn around. Stormhammer, they'll turn around on top of him. Farev may have made a mistake. Use the Shadow Wave. A Lasash. Nice blocks. Not good enough, though. The Stomp coming out, which means Milan has covered that escape.
Yeah. A nice laning stage so far on top lane. Very interesting. Back and forth. They kind of throw these stuns and the ports. And they're both of these duos are very aggressive. I really like that. At the same time, on mid, Nisha dropping low too, but they're actually very aggressive on Bryle. No. Okay. He's just baiting. For now, he's just baiting.
I mean, we say he's baiting. If Brawl had gone for the deny, I'm pretty sure Nisha would have died, because he almost died from a direct hit.
I mean, when you're on 1 HP, whatever hits you, you're dead. And he's just playing with fire all the time here. Has to respect the amount of damage that Psyblades do. Oh man, Psyblade after Psyblade. It's not even that hard to hit them anymore. It's very easy. The TA is on mid. I'm still surprised this hero isn't picked a lot. I mean, she is banned a lot, so there's a reason.
I know. I remember we have this discussion that you think Templar Assassin's the next thing that's going to sneak in. People just realizing how powerful she is with the traps, especially.
The traps got even nerfed a bit, so Ice Rock already realized that she... Oh, the Psyblade.
Every time.
We can't get drawn into this Morphling mid game again. Nisha, this is what
we kind of are. It's just back and forth. It's like, how is he gonna do it this time? Is he gonna make a mistake?
Yeah, he just plays like this. It's basically Morphling gameplay, just shifting all the time, playing with fire, and as long as he doesn't die, it's awesome because he's playing versus a TA with Drow, and he's man. This lane, man.
Okay, he screwed up once. He's not going to do it again. Okay, he's kind of, you know, he's calibrated himself on what he needs to do as a Morphling.
Last time versus Skyrat, he did the same thing. He calibrated once, died once, and from then on, survived. Top lane for a stunt. Oh, he has phase boost though.
No, he's fine. Yeah, phase boost will get him away. Exotic Deer will try to clean up these treants. They are being a little bit frustrating. We're seeing a lot of damage actually. This is always the frustration though. You have to pay attention to those treants. But they're so easy for someone like Forever to deny. He has so much damage to work with.
He has Mango.
Coming in. They could go for Stomp, but the blocks instead are more valuable here. Exotic D says, help me, I need a way out of this right now. He'll reveal. Storm Hammer. Oh, he actually brought the Spirit back as well. He did have the Mango, but no chance he gets the Stomp off.
Yeah, and he casted the Spirit in kind of a maybe a wrong way. Because Sven was running away to the tower, so there's that too. But overall, even with that Mango, he would have enough mana for the Stomp, definitely. A slight misplay there, but making so many stacks. And a TA can actually benefit a lot from these stacks, so kind of a double value there. He's getting a lot of damage, Milan, right now, and he's running top. Like, he can fight them. Like, they should be careful. He has plus 153 damage.
He was a little bit hesitant there. He ran forward and then just turned around. Was like, actually, they've got stuns, right? Yep, let's not get a little bit too greedy here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well,
meanwhile, bot. That's all. He's gone. Nice. Ritsu hits 6, and suddenly he hits like a truck.
And not only him. Braille hits harder. Nature's Prophet hits harder. Braille with the casual plus 121 damage. Seems good, man.
That's just a little bit then.
7 minutes in.
Solid here going for the Storm Hammer coming out. Brev may have made a mistake. The Storm is going to be quick enough. No, it won't. They get the final hit. And now Gatsel is here, but he wants Milan as well. He's got the Frostbite available. Move Ryan Tormund. The body block's coming. Alisash says, you're not the only one who can play this game. But I don't need an Invis rune. They're going to go in. They want this. They got the Storm Hammer. They won't be able to find it.
Nope, the treants are there, man.
And while that's happening, Centaur actually gets Dover as tier 2. Gets pulled down. Suddenly, Witch Doctors are a huge threat to horses. Who would have thought it?
We talked about mids, we talked about top, we haven't really talked about bottom at all, and Patos is gonna maybe
we're talking about it. It'll be fine. Ritsu does a lot of damage, but of course can't afford to tank tower. That creep wave going a little bit too deep for him.
The way new guys play, they sometimes completely just sack Patos. Like, they just sack him. He just feeds and they let him feed, and that's it. He gets his levels, especially when he's playing these heroes that are only about their ultimate. I mean, Centaur can do so much if he's had a good game, but right here he hasn't. He's only level 4, well, almost 5, but still, he's very underfarmed. He has only 17 CS, so not really having a great game. But later on, he can still contribute to his team just by using that Stampede. Like they proven this to us already in the last series. They have done so much on the back of that Stampede, on the back of that Centaur. But it's gonna be the same this game, because this Drow Ranger, this whole team, man, they just want to push, and they can all push alone. They don't have to stack up.
It's that huge conundrum. They've picked so many ranged heroes. They're getting so much value out of that Drow, as you said. And yeah, Centaur can bounce back, but he can't keep coming back to this lane and dying, because Drow is... That's probably the worst hero I can give it to right now, because Templar Assassin, she's going to have a good lane no matter what. Drow is the one that you might farm, but she shouldn't necessarily be finding these kills like this.
Right.
And as we speak of that...
Kills Nisha.
Sonic Traps. And...
Yeah, Trap and the ulti, and that's it. He was way too low.
Okay.
Feels bad for him, actually. Like, he's always playing on this low HP, and he's playing where... Forgot about that.
Storm Hammer coming up Milan. They're trying to move on him. They've got the Frostbite available, hold in place. Gold Strength's been used. The Storm. Oh, he gets it off, but it won't matter. Cancel cleans up the kill with the Crystal Nova. There's a TP response coming in from Brawl. Can he do enough? He's going to put the trap down, and the body blocks. Exotic Dip going for the TP out. He'll be able to find it.
He's fine. At the same time, they're losing the tier 1 on bottom.
Yeah, that's gone. That's long gone.
You guys...
Hator's got 6, though.
Oh, well, that's kind of good for them. But overall, you know what I'm worried the most about when it comes to the new guys draft is this Morphling pick. they were kind of forced to pick the Sven because they had nothing against this Furion. But then you're playing with Sven plus Morphling. Like these two heroes together, I don't like it. And Morphling needs time.
Can we also talk about, I think this is the first time I've seen this from Morphling in a very long time. He's going for Morbid Mask.
No, Nisha is actually doing that. Most Morphling players do not. But Nisha, this is his build basically. He goes Power Threads Aquila, sometimes even without Power Threads he gets that Morbid Mask. And that allows him to farm even when he's full edgy, because he just heals up all the time. And he can just morph whenever. Top lane, smoke. Nah, nothing's gonna happen.
They brought Ritsu up here. He wants to fight. Exotic Deer, relentless to do so. He'll just move away. Needs to get himself some more gold first of all.
So who does the comeback in this team? Like, Morphling is the guy that you expect to... Oh, well, Patus is going mid, but do they have the damage, just the two of them? I doubt they do.
There's rune on him. They can get pretty close without being seen. You know, Katzel, look at this. Oh, they see him. Sprout comes out. Katzel's surrounded, going to put the Crystal Nova down, but he's already gone. They read that perfectly. The ping came out, and they just broke that tree line.
Right, so they get the Crystal Maiden at the same time. Patos on mid, setting up.
Going in. How do you get through the refraction? Jumping in, Stampede comes out, but there you go. Just goes invis with the melt. And now the TP response. Sprout coming in. Patos going to cut the tree, trying to move away. The Malik's going to hit along the cast. It's bouncing back towards him. And now bouncing back in return because Nisha did turn into the Witch Doctor. Sleep's good. Hits on the free. Zendar's just going to go pop. And they're going to find two more. Elisash gets the Shallow Grave out in time. But Katzel won't be so lucky. Kid Track is going to proc out. Nope. The raindrop keeps him alive despite the Maledict doing heavy damage.
Top lane, Exotic Deer moving into Ritsu. Ritsu's just going to fall back. So overall, they just cannot fight. They have no ways of dealing with this refraction. The TA is gonna have Mithril Hammer after this tower. That means that she's gonna have her Desolator finished. It's looking grim for new guys. This is the first time that I actually kind of feel that they got outdrafted a little bit. There are still ways for them. They just need to perhaps get the blink on this Centaur fast enough. Like, they need levels on their supports as well. Crystal Maiden is just level 5, 12 minutes in. Your position 4 should be level 6 by now, definitely. She does have the tome now, so she's gonna get that at least. Top lane, Ritsu.
Got it there. He wants to get across. He can't actually try and go for Ritsu though, and now he needs to be careful actually.
The thing that's the worst is that, in my opinion, even if they kill this Drow Ranger here, they still don't do a lot.
They're gonna go on the Exotic Deer. The sleep comes out. They're ready. The Toe Splitter's coming through. The Sprout's there as well. Use that Shallow Grave. We'll get it out. The TP. They've got no way of stopping this, but they will be able to get the tier 2. And this is just turning into more or less a death push from Windham Rain. They do so much damage to towers now.
Yeah, it's very hard. Nisha doesn't have his Morbid Mask. Like, he might even not buy it any longer, to be honest, because I don't know. They have to fight soon. They're gonna lose all their outer towers. And with this Desolator, there's nothing stopping Wind and Rain from taking Rosh either. They're in a really bad spot. Katsor gonna be... that cask. Just doesn't... Like, he just didn't have the vision to completely cast it.
Well,
yeah, Rosh time.
You said about that Rosh, they're gonna go in. The tree's already warming it up for Brawl here, and they see that Desolator, so much damage. But Stampede coming in for F, trying to move on him, but the TP response. 2 already coming with the Sprout. Patos trapped in. He hasn't got the Clone Blade for another 2 seconds. Tries the TP, but it's too late. He's gonna fall. That was a brave and wishful TP, if nothing else.
Yeah, and a brave Stampede as well, but they're in such of a bad situation that they have to make those risks. That's actually just sad to see.
Just kind of like, yeah, let's go. Alright, bye. I'm leaving. This is more or less that complete turn. It's like, we can do this. This may not have been my best move.
Yeah, the worst part is...
On top, Exotic Deer. Maledict's on him. Has to throw out the Stormhammer, but forever we have to find the cast, the Death Ward. They've got vision, and Exotic Deer, he decides to hide in the Sprout. This is his little house now. Please don't hurt him.
Little tree house. Definitely not a place to hide, but that's the only way he could have fled, so... Unfortunately, no grave for him this time, and he dies. So you lost your Sven, who went for Mask of Madness. So, yeah. Mask of Madness? That reduces your armor by 8 versus TA and Drow Ranger. It's great, but good luck with that.
I mean, he doesn't really have a choice, but yeah, you can see the flaws in this. And Pathos, he can stand here and stare, but this is a preview, okay? No touchy. Bro just wants to hit the towers. That Aegis, he can do so without much threat to him.
Nisha going for that Yasha right now. He even, as we said, like he skipped the morbid mask.
Oh, jumping in. The root comes in, trying to go on a brawl. The Ghost Strength being used. He's trapped in here by their own Sprout. They use the Gust. They'll turn around. A lot of damage coming on Solitaire. That's use Stampede to move away. Zoning out from Patos. The Stomp is good. Nisha, he says, you know what? Templar Assassin is much stronger than Morphling. Let me be that. But the Voodoo Restoration, it keeps Brow running. No need to expend that eggs. Even an urn to ensure you can just go back in. Solitaire, he's been slowed up. The Sprout's going to come out, trying to cut the tree. Nisha moving in deep with a refraction on top of him. He's feeling pretty bulky. But the Earth Splitter through. Solitaire, low on HP. The urn coming out. They need one more hit. Stormhammer control. They'll pop Brow once. Can they get him twice is the question. Nisha just trying to force Millen away. But what can you do now? Sven needs to regen up. The Frostbite's going to come out. You can maybe do a lot. Brow, he's still got it on cooldown. No refraction for 3 seconds. The Stomp is good. The Death Ward, Cancel taking a lot of damage, but they can't finish him off. This might be where they leave. They'll be happy with tier 3 because that opens up the shrines.
Yeah, that opens up the shrines and they fall back. But honestly, if you are new guys, you're satisfied with the way the teams went there. You didn't lose anyone. I mean, you did lose the tier 3 15 minutes in, but the state of the game, like right now, they're in such a bad spot that they're completely satisfied. I think that they just held. No one died, and they can continue farming those blink daggers. There's this one situation in which the game turns in their favor a little bit. It's when Patos gets his Crimson Guard, and I'm actually really sad that they didn't commit on shutting down this Drow Ranger a bit harder, or at least providing Centaur a better lane so that he can get that Crimson. Because if he had that Crimson Guard by now, it would have been much harder for them to push high ground. This is an all-push lineup with a Drow Ranger. Yeah, you hit hard, but if you have Crimson to just cast on those towers, mid,
Cancel gets found. They reveal the Orchid, and they're killing the Maiden. They were looking for the kill on Nisha instead, but they weren't so certain where he was. Yeah, he's already reading that. He's going for the Manta.
Yep, and he's gonna maybe go behind and try to creep skip. Not certain if he's gonna manage to do this.
Things come out.
Probably is. He has the ward, or he's just gonna hide. All right. All right, the trees are his
safer
friends.
here, okay? You know, you say the trees are your friends before the Nature's Prophet walks over and kills them all, turns them into mindless slaves, and then uses them against them. Oh, that's a pretty dark story, actually.
Very dark, man. That went south.
I mean, you know, it's kind of true. Like, if they're your friends, pretty much set that up, and instead they go for the shrine, actually, on the side of Windham Rain.
Happy tree friends, right? Is that what it is?
They got a smile on their face when they're killing people. I don't know if that makes them psychotic. I think it does.
That just makes them happy.
Makes them happy to be of service to the team. That's all that is.
Yeah. Right, so Morphling has that Yasha, doesn't do anything right now. Sven, unless he turns into TA, then he can defend. Sven has the Mask of Madness, but has true problems reaching anyone. Dazzle, arguably the hero that does the most on the side of New Boys because of his ultimate, Weave. That Weave is actually helping them defend so hard right now, as it provides them with so much armor. And offensively, it's also very fine.
They see Katsu out of the base. Rev come around, the Stance comes out, Stampede's been used, but the cast bounces on him, and the Death Ward as well. Nice save with the Shallow Grave. The Maledict's hit him, and that means he's going to die regardless. He used the Freezer Field trying to do some damage, but it won't be enough now for Rev. Trying to zone this out. Pados coming across, got the Stomp available. No! Rev dodges out, trying to move away. The Stormhammer's got the in the meantime, Miller moving in to sleep. He'll hit on the free. They can't save for Rev, but they might be able to set someone up. Nisha doing a lot of damage to Millen. He's looking to drop him here. In returning, Solitaire will be Melfa and Brawl. He's not done yet. He wants Patos as well. Suddenly, they were ready to take a set of racks. The buyback comes out on Sven, but there's a TP coming in from the Nature's Prophet who bought back as well. Buyback committed from the Centaur. The Silence on Exotic D. Can't really fight. And actually, no, the Silence going out to Nisha. He's full Agi. You never go full Agi, and this is why. They're going to take your racks. They don't really need to leave yet. The buyback coming on Morphin. They might want it now. Brow. Surrounded, trapped in the trees. That wasn't what they were trying to do with this route there, but Brow, he's going to fall. And now Patos, can they get him in the trees? No, they can't. They'll keep him alive. Chasing for more, though. Frostbite on for Rev. They're going to get him as well. Nisha, he pings. He's not done yet. He wants Kitrak as well. Don't make it a double kill. He wants a triple. And Kitrak.
Right, Kitrak has no port.
Nope, no port. They see him. No chance. Nisha's looking for more, but he'll just turn around and he'll accept the support instead. Triple kill for Nisha.
I mean, honestly, this is great for new guys. The way that's...
Oh, wait.
Lisa...
Traps. What? Always traps. And now Drow goes back in. He finds Exotic Deer.
All right, this is not so great for new guys any longer.
You know what it is? They arrive at the house, okay? There's no signs of any violence. They say, gang, let's split up and look for clues. And this isn't actually Scooby-Doo. This is a horror movie where half of the teenagers die.
Top lane, though.
Nisha. Yeah, but look, Star's coming out. He has to morph to strength. That'll just end it there. Ritsu isn't actually that threatened with that Pipe of Insight.
I mean, Furion is up in a few seconds, so...
Oh, yeah, Pathos is going for the TBM. No! That is just soul-crushing. Centaur, your tankiest hero in this game. He's halfway through a TP when they jump on you, and he still disappears.
Yeah, he's not that tanky. Let's be honest, he has that Vanguard, but he's only level 11.
But he's your tankiest hero.
Yeah, he definitely is. Maybe Sven with the Warcry?
I mean, yeah, but if Centaur's nearby, he's even tankier.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Oh, they hit the Frostbite. That's a very short blink. They might go in. The Stormhammer coming through. The Ghost Straight Fuse. The Freeze Field. The 4-star save. Kid Track got him covered. The cast, the Malady. They might actually get him. Sprout come through the sleep. The cast bouncing back. Nisha needs to move across. Gonna be able to stay alive. But Exotic Deer saved by the use of the Shallow Grave in the meantime. But you might want to leave. The Malady is about to proc him out, actually. Hangs around a little bit too long. And that...
It's just gonna go high ground, though.
They might just go... They're lucky to not lose Nisha there as well. He got so low. You can already see from when he switched back to Witch Doctor. The Stomp's going to connect on the Catzel. Moving in, Bra. 1, 2 more hits needed, but the root will actually connect. And Patos, no! He cuts the wrong tree! This Sprout will get him, and suddenly they just need creeps to hit this out now. This is not going anywhere good for the side of new guys, as Lizard can't contain themselves.
just casually cuts the wrong tree, man. Yeah, you don't see that often. It's just interesting.
Okay.
Peculiar play by Young Patos.
It's going to be another lane. They don't have any way of stopping this right now. Dom not connecting. Frostbite on the Brawl. Yeah, she's going to just walk away here. He says, guys, do we need to rush? Maybe we just wait for the next Roche and then we look to seal the deal. Because they are almost 20,000 gold ahead of the side of new guys now.
I don't think they're in a rush. Just go back, take the shrines, take the next stages, which should be... Like, Roche should respawn very soon. And after that, you maybe kill Patos a few more times and then you take the high ground. I mean, you kill him not because he's out of position or anything, but because he's farming that blink, so he has to be a little far off. Has to be a little bit far out. Oh, those traps.
Trying to justify his risk. Yeah, they need to get rid of those traps. I mean, let's face it. Elisas didn't have a good time the last time he ran into one. He died. They're going again.
Justifying the way.
Oh no, silence out. Exotic Deer going to be hit by the sleep. Can they follow us up though? They'll split it through. Don't toad to this Prometheus school and run away from things. Move to the side. It'll be fine.
He ate the right tree though.
Stormhammer. Okay, that's the important part. He got one of the right trees this time. It's a little bit easier that time because there's nothing really blocking the way. But look at this. Ritsu just stands there. He's like, guys, you want to stop this? You're going to come to me.
Yeah, I think you go for... Oh, the smoke up. Seems good.
They go to Roche, but the thing is, new guys come and respond, they'll just instantly get them. They're waiting. They're like, okay. New guys have to be... Have they gone Roche? Do we intercede? Do we just stay in our base? I don't think you can do anything about this.
New guys fighting Roche? Are you mental, man? That's never gonna happen. They're just gonna go farm or stay high ground. They never contest Roche.
Alright, they'll just go back in. Racing's like, fine. I'll hit the top. You're not gonna come out to me. Silence up on Anisha, and then just hit down this tier 3. Oh, Stormhammer, but Ritsu protected by the pipe. The sleep won't connect on anyone. The Stampede being used. Bro, just going deep on Anisha. It's a refraction on refraction battle, and apparently another crash, actually. This time on Brow. What is this?
Wind and Rain Pause 101. 2018 by computer and internet. By internet, maybe. Man, Elisas, like, do you know that this guy, like, his rank is around 2000. First and foremost, he's like 2000 rank. I mean, MMR is high, but the rank is 2000. He's immortal, and he's always in low priority. Like, we talk about some other players, but this guy's...
we might have to talk about the game. They're going again, bro. BKB coming out, going to turn around, forcing Exotic Deer away. The Mountain clips on the Patos, and yep, he's definitely not tanking the Shallow Grave. Might not actually protect him. The Freezing Field coming out. They might fight forever return. The 4-stop down low ground. No! He's going to stay alive. They'll still lose Patos and Kid Track. How often do you see a Witch Doctor this... Wait, what? They actually got him. They sniped him out. Cancel found the kill to forever, and actually they'll find more in return. Cancel dies to Ritsu. The buyback coming out, but your final set of racks. This is your last hope. Can you actually even do anything? I don't think you can.
Still have
GG. They're done.
They done?
They're done. They give up.
What a shame.
I was about to say, actually, it pretty much kind of solidifies your positioning when the person furthest forward on the side of Wind and Rain is the Witch Doctor, and you still do not go on it.
Yeah. I mean, just a sad game for new guys. Honestly, this is just our draft. Even during the draft, we said that this is looking very scary for new guys, and we were right, because they were forced into this mindset. Like, I think what they should have done, they shouldn't have drafted against Furion at all. They should have just drafted the way they wanted to, and after that, just play the best that they can versus 4F's Nature's Prophet. Because if he forces you into this kind of a draft in which you have a Sven and a Morphling, like, it's just not good. And then Pathos just gets crushed on the offlane because your Crystal Maiden is rotating to mid all the time, and instead of having a very tanky Centaur that has a Crimson Guard, you have a minute 12 level 5 or 6 Centaur, which isn't really great. 0-8, but it's definitely not on him. So overall, nice outdraft by Wind and Rain. But new guys kind of cornered themselves with the Sven pick after 4F Nature Prophet was picked in the, I think, second phase, first pick. Like, third pick for Wind and Rain was Furion. And because of that, they instantly picked the Sven, which is a good counter. But then your lanes just suck. And yeah, just play your own game, and that's the only thing that I could say, honestly, about this current game.
Well, I think the interesting thing is we actually see this a lot, right? When teams, they get a little bit too involved in trying to counterpick. And it feels like it's always the third pick. The third pick is that turn point where a team either continues on, they just complete their draft, they're happy to go, or suddenly they get overly obsessed with one pick they see, and more often than not, it costs them the game.
Yeah, and Witch Doctor was picked, Warlock was banned, so they were also all about this, like, sustaining. So they went for a Dazzle, which does not work as well as Witch Doctor. Like, Witch Doctor and Warlock, they're picked so much not only because they bring sustain, but because they're really good at it. And Dazzle, yeah, arguably he's all right. They did kind of fine on top, but it's just not good enough. It's not as those heroes. And Crystal Maiden, by the way, our girl, she's losing third game in a row. Good stuff.
I didn't want to mention it. I know it would break your heart, but maybe they can turn around. Maybe it'll appear in game 4 and it'll be a victory, right? It's like it's an underdog story. 3 losses right now in this best of 5. Maybe she can turn it around, get a victory. Maybe it'll even be a deciding victory for new guys, or maybe it'll just start to pave the way for Wind and Rain to make a comeback. We'll find out, though. But first of all, we've got to spam some ads that probably don't even make sense for you.
Ads? Sell out.
What can I say? They pay the good dollar. See you in a few minutes, guys.